Ladies and gentlemen.
Like people see them as motivational, innit? People see them talking a lot. That's what a lot of people see, innit? A lot of people see them talking a lot. But what they're not noticing, if you keep consuming that information, they're doing something.
Yeah.
It's not like Grant Cardone puts up a video and says, yeah, you need to be motivational. He's putting up hundreds and hundreds of videos about this. So that's an action, innit? In order to get those videos out, he's still doing.
Yeah.
So that's the bit people are missing.
Yeah, people aren't realising that.
DMO's another example, man. Oh, DMO, like, but look how much time, go and look how much time DMO posts. Like, it's all the time. How much time is he on? So look at his story feeds, it's long, but you forget all that. You're just thinking, oh man, but he's on it all the time.
Yeah,
it's just that he doesn't deliver, yo, this is what you need to do to be successful.
Yeah.
You just see him doing it, so you don't really take it in.
Yeah.
You don't see him put one post up.
Grind
You
at
don't
all.
exactly. No matter how much you don't. Same with Ricky, living life fast, and it same thing. As much as there's things about his character that I might not get on with, his work rate in terms of what he's doing, to film the content that he's filming is not hard. We've been there and seen it, man. 12, 13 hours worth of filming. But people missing that bit. They're just seeing the, oh, you got a McLaren in it, and they're not seeing that, yo, but this geezer's out here from 8 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night, editing till 4 o'clock in the morning, videos up the next day. He's doing it all the time, 24/7.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's a lot.
So there needs to be this middle ground for people, or is that the case? Is that there isn't a middle ground?
There isn't a middle
ground.
ground.
If you want it,
there isn't a middle ground.
If you want it like that bad, like
nothing,
you can't dip your toe in.
No, it's all or nothing, man. Like, think of any experience where you dipped it. Like, the thing with life here, like to say, it's yin and yang, innit?
Yeah,
you get
man.
out what you give. So you can't give 20% and get 100. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it's true.
You can't give. It's comparative. You put 50 and you get 50 out.
It's the same with sport as well. You know what I mean? It's like anything, athletics. Like when you start something, that first period of time where you're struggling because you're learning and your muscle memory's getting into it and stuff like that, it's not as fun as you envisaged it to
100%.
be. But it's like the reality is that when you get over that hurdle and you've passed that and you've developed your skills and you've gotten sick of it and you're in that zone and you're in that cut when you're doing it and you're like having the sickest time ever, you don't even realise how much fun you're having because you're just like in it so much. It's
100%.
like, that's the same thing I imagine with like work, business, motivation, everything. It's like that. It's like,
man. But then I suppose for the people who don't understand it, they feel like it is toxic. I suppose it's not necessarily a good trait to have.
Yeah.
It's not like I would say, yo, this is the best. Like, it comes with a lot of pressure, innit? It comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes with a lot of like self-doubt in it. Most successful people are probably the most anxious.
Yeah.
They're probably the most doubting.
Yeah.
As much as you see them very positive, it's because, like I said, everything's yin and yang, and you can't have one without the other.
100%.
So if you're super motivated, that's because you've been in a super deep bad place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Normally, you've been without, like, I've been out of work for 3 months, 0 income. So now, you're not gonna be like, oh, let me just do a little bit of work, man, because that pain will never leave you. But people don't see that side in it. They just see that, yo, you're always motivated.
Yeah.
And that's probably, I suppose, what people call toxic positivity. Because they get put off by it, but they don't realise you didn't see the other side in it. And there is no balance. You can't show them both, unfortunately. You can't show somebody to be motivated and to be depressed at the same time. It doesn't work.
But I think we have to accept. These, not necessarily the more toxic side of the spectrum, but I think we, as individuals, we have to accept toxic parts of the world that we live in, good and bad. Because if we live in a world where we can see all of these people that are succeeding and the world has already got all of these terrible things in it, it shows us that, like, these negative things, these good and these bad, these yin and yangs, as you said, are the things that inspire and push and grow greatness, and they're things that we have to learn to be able to live with. You know, there's always somebody whose situation is 1,000,000 times worse than your own, and it's like you probably couldn't even imagine. Like, anyone who's watching this video now, like, if you're ever going through anything or feeling something, it's like the harshest reality is that there is somebody who is going through something 10 times as worse as you. It's like, but
why is that even a thing? Who cares? Nah, but for real, think about it. The news, what's the news? Oh, a man was killed today.
Yeah, the news is just
and if it was a black man, it's a black man was killed today. So, do you know what I mean? Like, the news is somebody hit and run. The news is, we're going into recession. The news is, electricity's rising, that, or whatever. The news isn't like, little Johnny down the road just fucking came first in his egg and spoon race. Do you know what I mean? Nobody's praising.
It's almost like media.
That's
the thing.
That is the job of the media, but a lot of people don't realise this. Like, now, this is the motivational, positive person being negative. But do the research, man. Yeah. This is when people think that the most successful people are horrible, and it's because they've invested in themselves. Go and do the research. The job of the I don't even want to use the word government. But the job of the government is the system, and it's designed. Information is designed so only the select few have it. It's always been like that.
Puts people in boxes.
It's always been like that. But what's happening? People don't want to actually accept it. They want to be like, oh, it's because of this why I'm not where I am. Because of him. No, it's because of you. Because you don't want to spend the time on yourself. Realize, hold on, I'm the problem, and I need to fix up. Innit? Yeah. Because the only reason why we're where we are is because at some point we're like, you know what? I'm not gonna wait for him to give me an opportunity. I'm not gonna wait for him. I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Because end of the day, you're only in control of your life, just you, no one else.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever happens to you, that's your problem.
Yeah.
That's why when I put a post the other day, no one cares. It's because in reality, nobody cares, man.
Yeah.
The only person who should look after himself is you.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Like
when people say they do care, they're just being nosy. Look at when I spun my car, written it off. Yeah. Bro, I had hundreds of message requests, people saying, "Oh, are you okay? What happened?" And they're just being nosy. Whereas I put a post up saying support my business.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Nah.
Like,
no messages whatsoever.
DJ Khaled's right. They don't want us to win.
It's true.
It's true.
You post up a picture at like, I don't know, it's like a wedding picture or like a picture with your child. You get so many likes. Everyone messaging, so cute, amazing, so happy for you. Bought a new house, loads of people, so amazing, so happy for you. But then the moment that you try and get a call to action, you want someone to help you out, you want someone to do something, support you. It's like, where the people at?
Well, the other way, man. Like this is why. Remember, like in order to become wealthy, you have to serve more people in it. Money is a byproduct from helping, and that's how it works. Like the wealthiest person in the world, look how much people they serve. Like most people are, oh, he's this, he's that. Okay, think about it. Richard Branson, how much people does he serve every day? Like way more than the person who hasn't got as much money as him. It's comparative, innit? Look at Bill Gates, how much people does he serve? Look at Jeff Bezos. You look at that, like, he's wealthy, but how much people is he helping? That's why he's wealthy. But people don't look from that perspective. So then what happens, when you keep bashing these people saying, you need to pay this much tax, you need to do this, they get frustrated and be like, you know, fuck, I'm not giving you no money. Because I'm doing this all day, every day, but people are just not understanding. You know what I mean? It's a byproduct. Donald Trump, same. No matter how much you hate these people, Trump Towers, all these things, like, how much people lived, how much people work there, it's all byproducts. So then, like, me and Dave, and what will happen, you just get frustrated because, like he says, people want to applaud you when it's things that don't really matter, like, oh, your car spun around. But even though they're just giving you lip service because your car spun around, they just want to know what happened. They're not really like, oh, your car spun around, do you need any financial help? Do you, like, then that don't come. It's just, what happened?
It's just stories.
What are you getting next?
Yeah, what's the
next? It's just something to talk about.
I've just got whiplash. What do you mean? What am I getting next?
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Might be back surgery.
What am I getting next? Can you spine?
Trust me, it's lip service, isn't it? So, but the people who don't want to accept that, like, no one really cares. I don't know, man. Maybe it's self-reflection. But no one really cares, man. I'm telling you.
Around the problem, like they're scared to tell people you are the problem or this ain't gonna work or whatever. Whereas my weapon is I don't actually care. I'll just tell you.
I think most problems are caused through miscommunication and people not being honest with themselves. I think when I think back to all the issues I've had in life and things that have gone wrong or things that have, it's all just come from me not communicating things properly or me not being honest to myself. I find that so much, like when I think about it now, I think about so many issues I've had in the past, like past relationships and stuff that I've held on to for way too long. Like, and in my head, I'm like... And
where's like I said, the issue comes back to you, innit?
Comes back to
like
me
you said,
from
you not being honest with yourself, not the person. Obviously, in your head, you're thinking, oh man, I don't want to let this person know. In reality, it's just because I'm not being honest with myself. Once you take ownership, like, you know what, this is what's best for me, that bit doesn't matter.
Yeah, 100%.
But when you're thinking, oh man, I don't want to hurt that, but you're not really thinking about yourself. And sometimes you have to, because we've always been taught thinking about yourself is selfish and is... But sometimes you have to, because...
But do you think it comes from a pressure of being perceived in a certain way, more so than hurting a person? Do you think it's like these things that we do when we hold ourselves back from telling the truth or being honest with ourselves, you know, in our heads, the way that we justify it is that we don't want to hurt this person and we don't want to feel this way. But the reality is the thing that we're actually fearing itself is actually the perception of other people onto you, of you being put in a certain light, because we live in a world where everyone's vilified, everyone's cancelled, everyone's this, everyone... The moment that someone slips up slightly in any kind of situation, you've got a million eyes all on you saying something, they've got an opinion, and it's almost like that toxic world has created this environment where people aren't honest with themselves anymore, because being honest and like looking out for yourself and this and that is not seen as a positive thing almost. 100%. It's like,
it's difficult though, isn't it? But you're right, end of the day we're only human, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we all have imperfect traits, we all make mistakes.
Yeah.
But like, you're right, we don't want to sometimes accept that. We just want to make sure that everyone looks at us.
Yeah, it's the people pleasing kind of complex, isn't it? It's just like, And that could be toxic.
Right? I suppose like understanding people, like even like when we had conversations before, if people don't understand like the whole package, like your unfiltered side might be like off-putting in it. But that's because they don't understand the whole package. Like it's okay to be like that at some points because you're human. Because we're all like that. But when someone else does it, like he says, like just brazen, you're thinking, oh, nah, this geezer's this, is that.
Yeah.
But hold on, but you do the same thing in certain situations when you're with certain people. You're like, you're a prick.
Exactly.
Like everybody else. Like
I'm welcoming that this guy's a dickhead comment.
Yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to be sick. Here, look at this. Look. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction, says it in the Bible. Might not be religious, but says it in the Bible.
But it's knowledge.
There you go.
That's what it's saying is.
For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which none of your adversaries will be able to withstand or contradict. That sounds like something you'd say. Big words.
Well, yes, Harry, I'm going to shout you out. Harry Takar for buying the ebook. Once the other person buys it, I'm taking it offline. So, Luke, hurry up, please. That's what I'm saying. Life's deep, man.
Remember what I said about don't laugh at the fat person at the gym?
Yeah.
That's me right now. So I made my own gym.
So no one could laugh at you.
Yes, no one could laugh at me. I'm sick of all the people laughing at me.
Life is deep, man. That's all I know.
Trust me.
That's fire. Look at that.
The biggest thing to overcome is how do you think?
Come here and film when I haven't had a trim or nothing and I look like a tramp.
Wait, mate, look at me.
Look, this is why I stay behind.
You got a
the
bit of a
camera.
tan? Where will you be?
Just outside. I catch the sun real good. The reason why people feel out of touch with motivational mindset, like changing your world situations, it's too much about the thought itself or the ideas itself rather than the kind of the action and the psychology behind it. And you look at it more from a objective point of view where it's just psychology and it's habitual behavior and things like that. It's like if you approach those things like that rather than it being like every day you've got to have these, it's got to be these like big epiphanies and these big emotional realizations. If it's just habit, the same way you learn to go to the gym, or you learn to wake up early in the morning, or you learn to like better your diet or quit smoking, these things that like hold you back. It's all about habit, and it's that whole like 90-day theory of doing something over time, so the point where you almost trick your brain into changing the way that it like thinks and the way that it like lives. I feel like that is something that people kind of don't look at.
No, people just want a quick fix.
Yeah, they want a quick fix, and it seems so easy when you get this like charismatic guy that's just like, you can change your life and stuff like this, and people are like, I can change my life.
Yeah, but I tell you what it is, probably why this whole what's it called?
Toxic positivity. Yeah.
That probably exists because there's too many dickheads out there selling these little, buy my course, do my 3-day thing, webinar, and then you turn up and they tell you about just think big and you'll get
big.
Shut the fuck up. People need to teach people the steps that are necessary to do this, to get where they've got to get to.
That's what I was thinking. It's like micro habits. It's like things like that. It's like those little things that we should put a little bit more weight on. Like if someone isn't motivated, the fact that they've gotten out of bed or they've made their bed or they've cleaned their room and they've gone and done something small, it's like those things should also be like awarded and appreciated.
Celebrate small wins, that's what you do.
100%, man.
But people think that, you can't celebrate till you got a Lambo.
Yeah.
I don't even like Lambos, I want a Ferrari.
I'm not even that fussed about cars. So you still have to drive.
I just want a nice Renault.
You still have to drive at the speed limit, like at the end of the day.
No, it's true.
So, we're talking about money in validating and how do you make a certain amount. Now, the first point is make a decision. If you want to make £1,000 a week, the first point starts from the decision. This is how much I want to make. Then after the decision comes, what steps do I need to take to get there? So if you don't know how much you charge for a given service, you're already not going to be able to reach your target of £1,000. If you charge £20 for a service, then you need to do 20 times how many times I deliver that service to get to the number. It's really not rocket science. I just had a phone call of somebody asking for some work on their vehicle, and I said to that particular person, your best bet in this situation is to go for our day rate package. Now at the moment, at the time of shooting this video, the day rate package is £350. Now for that £350, it allows you to use my time best suited for your budget. If that means removing swells, use it there. If that means perfecting your interior, use it there. If that means, you know, getting the best result on your arches, use it there. But that type of package allows the consumer to get the best result based on where their value is. Now, if we was using that as an example, how many £350 would I need to do to make the £1,000 target? 3 days. So if you follow that same formula and you find enough customers who need that service, in 3 days you make £1,000. It really isn't that complicated. But what might happen to a lot of starting valeters, you're trying to offer that service to people who only need an outside wash. Or you're not finding people who really need that service. Like, business is not complicated. It's about offering value rather than just making up numbers in your head and then trying to say, I want to make £1,000 a week. Step back and think, why do I want to make £1,000? Who actually needs my services and can I deliver it? Am I at a skill set where I'm able to offer a £350 day rate and someone be happy to transfer me that money? If you're not, go back, start investing in yourself, become better as a valeter, and then start working towards £1,000 a week.
Nice.
Simple. So, a little bit of a different format on this style video. We are going to do a few more vlog style videos where we sit down in the office. It's not always going to be just talking. I will show you some of the work that we do on the laptop and maybe us phoning clients and how we deliver that information. But if you like this type of video, smash the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it, and share it to a friend who might need the information. Because every time you do that, it helps the algorithm generate more videos like this, and it keeps us knowing what you want. Other than that, what can I say? Thanks for watching the video. Smash life. See you later.